now, in the streaming era, the gatekeepers are gone, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you could break through if you got the time, the talent, and the dedication, bro. Time, talent, dedication. Because all you got to do is get enough people to hear it.
So
get enough people to see it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, there are people around here with Neighborhood Nick.
Bro.
He has 10 million plays on a record. One, he's not even one of the people that's talked about in the music scene like that.
Mm-hmm.
He has 10 million plays on his record.
RapDillz pills and exclusive con slide.
Looks like when you turn the pain into power. This is how it looks like when you turn the pain into power. This is how it looks, nigga, when you turn the pain into power. This is how it looks, nigga, when you turn the pain into power. This is how it looks.
Alright, DJ TGIF.
I'm in the building.
Man?
I'm in the building, man. How you doing?
Good. How are you? Busy week for you, right?
Yeah. Hype Fest. It's time.
Big week. We gotta get into that, the Hype Fest, because that's the biggest talked about thing in upstate, period, right now. And we gotta get into how that was started and all that. But just to start off, DJ TGIF. Where did you get the name?
So I got a shout out to my brother and my brother's friends. Back in the day, they was called Snatch and Run Records. They had this song back in the day called I'm Frontin'. And it was just about, being flashy, showing off for no reason. And then at the end of the song, because back in those days, people, talk shit at the end of the song. And so at the end of the song, they was just talking. And he was like, TGIF, thank God I'm frontin'. And I'm like, ooh, I'm keeping that. I'm keeping that. And so when he said that, I said I was keeping it. And that's been my name since like my senior year of high school.
Wow. So, for those who don't know, it doesn't mean thank God it's Friday.
Nah.
It's
thank God I'm frontin'.
Thank God
now
I'm
it means
frontin'.
this guy's fly, this guy's fresh.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow, that's dope. Man, you got a different. All right, that's dope to know. All right, so how did you start DJing? How did that come about? I mean, you used to do parties and stuff like that.
Yeah. So the funny thing is, like, I wanted to be a DJ way before I became one. Like, I wanted to be a DJ ever since I saw the movie Juice. So when I saw Juice back in the 90s, like, I was like, oh, yeah, I want to do that. I saw GQ, and I'm like, yeah, bro. Like, let me get the little gloves with the cut-off fingertips. I'm about to be on. And then I realized it was way expensive, and we wasn't, rich back in those days. We ain't had the bread to do all that. So it wasn't until I got to college that, LimeWire was a thing. I get all the songs for free. Listen, don't pirate music, guys. Pay for your music. But I got on by getting free music off of LimeWire and virtual DJ. So I just had time. If you got time and patience and dedication, you could build up a library. You could teach yourself how to do damn near anything in the world. So I taught myself how to DJ.
Wow. So, okay, you taught yourself how to DJ. But let's talk about how did you get to the point to be the biggest DJ to ever come out of upstate, to get to the point that you're at now? Like, what did you do? What was your process?
Consistency, bro. Consistency. Like
going parties,
at everything that it has to do with. Like the first thing was, being consistent, being on time, being professional, just so that people know when I need a party done, I can holler at TGIF. And once I book him, he's gonna do what he's supposed to do. And so it's just like setting that precedent. But then once there's that, then it's like, all right, well, how do I make myself bigger? So I remember one of the things that I noticed, like back in the days, like in Club Sneaky Pete's or whatever, all the DJ, like the flyers, the DJ's name would be so small. Like the DJ name would be like 3 DJs' names, and so nobody really cares. And so one of the first things I started doing was I was like, I want to treat myself like Funkmaster Flex is coming to town, or like DJ Clue or Kid Capri, because their faces on the flyer, because they're big time. And so I was like, well, I want my face to be on the flyer. So I started doing photo shoots and like, just so I could have professional photos to put on flyers. I was like, anytime that I'm DJing something, I want my face on the flyer. And so that was like one of the first things I started to do as far as like branding and marketing, because I want to treat myself just like I'm Jazzy Jeff. I want to treat myself like I'm Kid Capri. I want to treat myself like I'm Jam Master Jay. Like, it's a big deal when I'm DJing, so I wanted to be treated as such. So that was another thing that I did, and then I started DJing at Sneaky Pete's. Once I got in there, it was like, that's the biggest hip hop club in the area. And all the artists are coming through. I'm DJing the biggest parties all the time. They're saying my name on the radio and the commercials, to the point where the radio reached out to me and asked if I wanted to come and do something on air.
That's how that started.
And then I ended up, because mind you, of course, I listen to hip hop. I love music. Like, of course, who don't want to be on the radio?
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So, like, when they called me, because I remember when I first started DJing, there was a Facebook group called Get DJ TGIF on Jams 963.
Wow.
And it was
Did
funny.
You start that, or
I didn't start it. Somebody started it. And it was funny because, like, a DJ hit me up and was like, you know that ain't going to get you on the radio, right? I was like, yeah, I know that, but it's going to make me work hard because I got all these people that believe in me. Like, all these people joined this group and was posting in it and stuff like that and tagging jams and stuff. And, like, it might not have moved the needle or nothing, but as long as I knew I had all these people backing me, then I'm going to go hard until it come to fruition. And so, funny enough, it came to fruition. And then I was on Jams 96.3 for 7 years.
7 years.
Yeah.
Wow. What did you think being a part of that? What do you think you learned from that experience? And from beginning to end, where did you see yourself when you first started? Did you think you reached your peak there? Like,
no.
How was that experience?
The experience was definitely a learning experience. When I first got there, like, I didn't speak. Like, I didn't talk. Like, huh?
You was on boards? Or?
Yeah, no, I DJ'd.
Oh, wow.
And so they'd be like, yeah, TGIF, how was your weekend? I'm like, it was cool. And they'd be like, yeah. I'm like, it was turned up. Like, I wouldn't say much. I wouldn't have much of substance to say. And so I just let the music talk. And so to be a radio personality, you got to be a personality.
Facts.
And so it was funny. Like, I went into the office one day and my, like, supervisor, like, station manager, program director, I think that's what they call it. Yeah. So he's like, I see the stuff you post on Facebook. You kind of wild on Facebook. Why don't you say anything like that here?
Oh, wow.
And I was like, all you had to do is give me the green light. And so I basically, became more of myself on the air. I grew in that kind of process and just, opening up, being the personality on top of being the DJ.
So then they started letting you get more speaking time, and then it started.
Yeah.
Because towards the end, you was all over.
Yeah, I was on towards the end, I was on the air 7 days a week.
Okay. So what led to your departure from James 96?
So my departure came because, like, even when I was on 7 days a week, I still wasn't a full-time employee.
Okay.
Like, they had me filling in for full-time employees while still maintaining my weekend slot.
Okay.
And so I'm sitting here filling in for full-time employees, applying for the full-time spot, and they're not giving it to me. And then they got other people coming in from other markets, people coming in from Atlanta, people coming in from Boston to do the full-time slots and having me train them. If I'm good enough to train them, I'm good enough to do this.
For sure.
And then these people are going to come into the market, get where they need to get, and dip. So I'm here. I'm from here. I'm a rep here. Like, give it to me.
Absolutely.
Give me the ball, bro. Like,
Word James 96.5.
facts. And then, like, for me, I felt like inside that building, I wasn't being treated the way that the community at large, the market, treated me outside that building. I was the man outside the building. In the building, I'm a weekender, like, not full-time, but I come outside, and y'all know what's up. Like, everybody in that building, they would come outside to the concerts and come outside to the public events, and they would see the reception that I get. And that's because I'm outside for real. Like, I'm in these clubs, I'm in these parties, I'm at the community events, I'm at everything. And so that reception that I got should show you we should probably invest in this kid.
For sure.
And so when I kept getting, like, passed over on the full-time opportunities, I started mailing it in, bro. Like you get discouraged, you get disheartened and stuff, and so I start being sloppy. And so by the time I got fired, I had deserved it.
Okay.
Because I was just not caring no more.
Okay.
Like I lost the feeling for it.
And all right, so even though you got fired, you could have went on and worked at any radio station, probably in the U.S. at that point. Did that just make you be done with radio and go to your next, to reach your next level?
So one of the things is that the best way in radio to get another radio job is to leave while you still have a job. It's to springboard to get to the next station, springboard to get to the next opportunity.
Is it because more leverage or?
Yeah.
Okay.
And so for me, like to not be a full timer, I would have to go somewhere else and be a part timer. And the other thing is like my position outside of radio, like I was making more money than everybody, just doing parties and DJing and just like I was doing my thing out here. So I was like, you know what, F it. Like I'm gonna just pour into what I'm doing. And the funny enough, like I said, once I was off radio, the notoriety I had and the movement I had behind me already, I just poured into that, and it's
big
taken off since then. Like,
taken off. And alright, so is that around the time Hype Fest started, or was Hype Fest going during that tender?
I think I was on air when the first Hype Fest came to be, but I might not have been.
Alright, but let's talk about Hype Fest. When did Hype Fest start?
20.
Why did it start? It's on your birthday, correct?
Yeah.
So it started being a celebration.
A birthday celebration.
Alright,
so the first Hype Fest, I want to say it was 2014.
Okay, 2014.
Like, I want to say the first Hype Fest was 2014. So, 2014. I want to say it was a birthday celebration, and I wanted to do it at the Armory, at the Washington Avenue Armory. So the idea behind it was, who the fuck does this guy think he is throwing his birthday party at the Armory? Like, DJ's birthday parties be lit, but they not Armory lit. Armory is the concerts. Yeah. Armory, Migos performed at the Armory. David Guetta, Bobby Shmurda, like, the Young Thug, Rick Ross. These are the people that have been to the Lil Wayne, Kendrick Lamar. These are people who performed at the Armory. Who do you think you are throwing your birthday party at the Armory? And so that's how I went into it, and I went into it with the audacity of that statement. Like, who do you think you are? I'm him. And so that's how Hype Fest started for me. Like, I was posting flyers, like, in obnoxious places. Like, I'm in the mall, like, I see, like, the cutout cardboard. I'm sticking a flyer in his hand, like, taking pictures with it. Like, I was doing that kind of marketing and stuff like that. And, you know, passing out flyers. I don't know if people pass out flyers no more.
Yep.
But, like, I was like, yo, I do this, I'm posting it on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, whatever, and I'm going hard. And so the first one did like 1,000 people.
Wow.
Yeah.
At the Armory.
At the Armory.
Wow. That for a party. It was just not even an artist.
Yep. Nope.
That's amazing. But it didn't just get to that because you said I'm gonna throw Hype Fest. You were doing, I forgot the name of them. I don't know if there was a name of them, but I remember being in events and T.G.I.F and his crew having girls up in the air. So like real.
Shout out to Hype. You see the tattoo? Hype is my company. You know what I'm saying? So we I formed a company to throw parties, like to throw events, host events. And we started doing a lot of parties. But we were like, all right, so what's gonna be the big joint? What's gonna be the flagship event?
Okay.
And it's like Hype Fest. Hype Fest. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it gotta be the one.
Okay.
And then the challenge obviously is it's January. My birthday's in January. So it's cold outside. How do you want to get people? How you gonna get people outside in the winter?
How did you go against that challenge?
I just hyped it, bro. I hyped it, bro. And it was like a lot of people aren't doing anything in the winter, so just give them something to do. Like there's nothing after New Year's and before Black History Month. Like Martin Luther King Day is you're supposed to have a brunch or a day party or something. Like something's supposed to be going on. and they don't do it. You know what I mean? So I'm like, all right, I'm gonna do something.
So we're on our 6th year Hype Fest.
8th.
8th year. My bad.
This is what 2014, 15, 16, 17. I skipped 17.
Okay.
Then it was 18, 19, 20, and now 21.
Wow, 8 years of Hype Fest, and at this point, it's just crazy. Coming out of a pandemic, the way people talk about Hype Fest, it's like they're looking for tickets to a Mayweather fight. Like, bro, you got your tickets? Like, it's crazy. How did you? I understand that it's a dope party. But
consistency, bro. Consistency, bro. Because, like, if you do it, and I maintain the integrity of the event. So if you maintain the integrity of your event and they know it's coming every year, they're going to come.
So what is the event? Break down the Hype Fest.
Hype Fest is a party, bro. Like, it's just come through, have a good time. Ain't no extra shit. Ain't no performances. Ain't nothing you got to go through to get there. You pay a price. You come through. You turn up. You go home.
That's a fact.
Like, we just want to party. We just want to have a good time. It's just a lot of people this time around. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, 8 years is, and now it feels like that because they know if I say this date Hype Fest is happening, we've never had no cancellations.
That's true.
We've never had, like, I'm the artist. I don't have to worry about booking such and such for $30,000 and worrying about the entourage they bring and their writers and their contract situations, and I don't gotta worry about that. I'm gonna be there. I don't even need to book nobody. If everybody's busy, booked, and got to do something else or whatever, I will do the show by myself. Like, that's the kind of dedication I have towards it. So that's how it got to where it is. Like, I don't make DJs promote. Like, they promote because they want to be on it. But, like, a lot of promoters, they'll book a DJ and be like, yo, you gotta post every day. Yo, what's your following like? Da 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 da. You don't gotta do all that. I'm gonna bring the people. You show up, DJ. Do what you do best. I'm the promoter.
So how does that feel? How does it feel to have the #1 event in your city? Like, you have wherever Essence Fest is thrown at, and just so you have the
New Orleans.
Yeah, like, you have that for Albany. You have how does that feel?
Feels amazing.
You're from here, right?
Yeah. I was born in Brooklyn, but I'm from Albany.
But you rep Albany.
Facts.
How does that feel to have that?
Bro, there's no feeling like it. Like, I've DJ'd with the biggest celebrities in the world.
That's a fact.
Like, I've been on stages with the biggest celebrities in the world, and nothing feels like, yo, 2,000 people came to see me.
With the mindset that we're not bullshitting tonight, we're going to party.
We going crazy.
There's no other event that does that.
Yeah.
And I hear these conversations, bro. That's what I love about Hype Fest, bro. Everybody that's there coming to turn up, da 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 da. Like,
that's how it's supposed to feel, bro.
That's crazy.
Like a lot of things, people like, yo, you got VIP? Nope. We outside, bro. There's a twofold answer to that. One's business, one's like personal. My personal reason is, nigga, I don't even act like VIP, and it's my shit. They be like, yo, you want a backstage area set up? I'm like, nope. I'll be outside. I'll be right in the. When I'm not DJing, I'll be right in the mix with everybody. I'll be right in the mix. Like, I ain't special. Like, I'm doing special things. I got special stuff coming up. My work ethic is special. But I'm not better than, like, I'm in the mix. And that's how I feel. So that's my personal reason for not doing VIP at Hype Fest.
It's genius, actually, bro.
Thank you. My professional reason for not doing VIP at Hype Fest is because I don't make money off the bar.
So
why am I selling bottles and sections and all of this?
Understood.
And making the bar thousands and thousands more dollars, because I could easily do that. People want to pop bottles and be in a VIP section and put some couches in there. Sure. Let's make another $30,000 at the bar.
So you think you're having that at the Capitol Center, correct? You think the Capitol Center was a good investment for the city, having that there?
Yeah. I think it is. They need to bring more conventions, because you have a convention center and
Comic-Con, all that type of.
yeah, what's going on? What cons are coming here? Like what gaming convention or costume like Comic-Con or education convention. I don't know what they're doing, but like to have a convention center and to want to bring all these people into this market. They want to bring all these people to Albany for conferences and stuff like that. So now you have the hotel connected to the conference center, connected to the stadium. And then when it turns 8 p.m., what is there for them to do? There's no nightlife down Pearl. There's nothing down there. So you built all of this, you got to build around it too. Like, that's how I feel. So it's a good investment to have it, but now when they get here, and they're here from Thursday evening till Sunday, and then they fly out Monday morning, and they're done with their conference at 5. They're here from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. They did all their professional shit. Now what is there to do?
That's a great point.
So they got to build around that. Okay. That whole Pearl Street strip from the Times Union Center all the way to the new Cap Rep. I mean, well, it's the new Upstate Concert Hall. But everything from there to there should be busy, vibrant, booming.
True.
Yeah, you can't just build apartments in all these places.
That's how that's gonna thrive.
Yeah.
Alright, I ain't gonna hold you. I need this exclusive, man. I need this exclusive.
Yo, man, it's a RapDillz exclusive, man.
Hype Fest. Alright.
Yup.
So you gonna give us this exclusive.
I bet.
Hype Fest every year. You come. It's your birthday. You supposed to be in your
Facts.
bag.
Facts.
Feel me? What you had last year? The gray hair?
I had silver hair.
Silver hair. Pardon
Yeah, I
me.
had silver hair.
That was fire. That was fire. This year, what are you coming through with? And you might have to take that do-rag off for a big reveal.
Oh man, let's see.
Hold on.
Exclusive. Exclusively on RapDillz.
Let them see this.
Come on, man. Come on, man.
Them
Let's get
things
right.
spinning, bro.
Yeah, let's get right.
Them things spinning.
Fresh out the shop too.
I ain't gonna hold you. I gotta give you what it needs. Them things spinning.
What the RapDillz?
Nah, that's it.
Hold up. Oh, dang. Yeah, swim at your own risk.
Swim at your own risk.
Absolutely.
Like the fucking Pacific Ocean up here.
Yeah,
bro.
man.
What's going on?
Yeah, I want
What
to.
inspired that?
It actually matches the jewelry that I'm gonna wear that night.
Come on, bro.
Yeah, I got some.
That's fucking.
I got some blue things coming out.
I love it, bro. I fucking love it.
I appreciate it, bro.
Just real quick, let's talk about image. Do you think that you do it because you always been like this?
Yeah.
Since high school.
Facts.
You always just was different. But do you think that's important for the image of a DJ? Because there's some
For
DJs
sure.
that just, even an artist, let's just call y'all artists. Do you think that's important for a creative or an artist to have
It's
that?
important for every creative. It's important for every creative to have something that stands out so that people will recognize you or people will recognize this guy is special. You know what I'm saying? Like, people will call me Cisco or Dennis Rodman. Cisco and Dennis Rodman are both legends.
Yo, that's hard, bro.
Cisco and Dennis Rodman are both legends, bro.
Exactly.
Like, there are people that, like, their image was even bigger than the industry they were in. You know what I'm saying? Like, Cisco, we know Cisco for his silver hair just as much as we know him for his music. We know Dennis Rodman for his crazy hair more so than we know him for his basketball accolades. Like, I'm a basketball fan, so I know he's defensive player of the year XYZ amount of times, leading rebounder XYZ amount of times, like champion with 2 different teams X amount of times. Like, I know that, and still, people go see my hair and be like, "Oh, Dennis Rodman." So image is super important, bro, and it's got me a lot of places.
I get it. Genius, another genius move by T.G.I.F. But also being yourself, that's what I respect.
Yeah, for sure.
About it.
I've been like this, bro. I've been like this.
Ain't nothing new, man.
And it's with the times, bro. I remember, like, when I was wearing baggy jeans, I had the airbrush tees, and I had all that. I had the throwback jerseys. I did all that. I did when we started wearing skinny jeans. I remember wearing skinny jeans early too, and people thought I was gay. People was like, "Yo," I was like, "Yo, fam, I just like my clothes to fit and feel it." I remember, like, the first time I wore skinny jeans, the first time, I wore the same thing that I would wear any other day. I wore skinny jeans, black tee, black sneakers, do-rag fitted, and it was just, they just all fit that day. And I went from size 40 to size like 32. And so I remember walking down Lark Street, and a girl I knew was like, "Hey Craig, what you so dressed up for today?" And thinking, I have on the same black tee, same jeans, same kicks, same accessories. They just fit. And somebody said, "Why do I look so dressed up?" Changed everything. Changed everything. And I've been, taking care of my appearance ever since.
Yep. Wow. That's interesting. That's definitely a dope insight on your style for sure. Shit. We just went through some shit this year, bro.
Year. COVID, man. COVID-19.
The one thing I say about the pandemic is got a lot to say about the pandemic.
For sure.
But the strongest, most innovative, the hustlers
Hustled
and survived.
Facts.
You took this pandemic and you took advantage of it, bro.
For sure.
You are I don't want to call you another DJ, but you're the D-Nice of whatever this ever
Shout out
is,
D-Nice.
bro.
Shout out D-Nice.
And it wasn't even you, bro. Let's talk about what you did during the pandemic.
Okay.
And how, what was it called?
Wind Down Wednesday. Wind Down Wednesday. So, it was funny because, like, I had just did a party before the pandemic. It was called the Big Ass R&B Party. We had about 800 people at Skyloft. And it was great because I threw a big party and then the pandemic hit. And I was thankful that I had some money to sit on for a little bit if we had to stay in the house for a couple months. Because originally they were saying you're going to be in the house till, May, June, we'll be back outside. I was like, all right, 3 months. All right, bet. So that 3 months turned into a year and a half.
Crazy.
So, funny, like the first couple weeks I'm just in the house, and I'm like, well, I always said if I couldn't, work, if I had to, what would I do? I would still DJ. And so I got up and I still DJ'd. Like I just went live on Facebook and I started DJing or whatever. And it was one of the things a lot of DJs did during the first couple weeks of the pandemic. And so I decided, because I started DJing every day. Then I just narrowed it down. I was like, I'm going to do Wednesdays because I love R&B. I'm going to do Wind Down Wednesday. And the Wind Down Wednesday had already been my thing. And I'll do Sundays. I'll do Wednesday, I'll do Sunday. Wednesday just took on a life of its own. People love R&B music, man. And every week I was having 400, 500 listeners. And at a time.
It was crazy.
And people were donating to me via Cash App. And that, I promise you, thank you. That got me through the pandemic. Because I know a lot of DJs.
Really supported, huh?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's dope to know. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
That every week too. Every week from March all the way till October.
Bro, you really had our aunties, uncles, brothers. It's it was
bro.
Crazy, bro.
Yeah.
That's
And
really
I said, I'm so thankful that people were even interested in tuning in. And I know I did my whole marketing thing with it and made it, engaging and stuff. I do, this is what I do. You know what I mean? But I'm still just extremely thankful, extremely grateful because I said, it got me through the pandemic. Because I know a lot of DJs that moved to states that were open. People had to leave. People had to get jobs. People that full-time DJ shit was out of the window for a lot of people.
Wow.
Yeah, so I'm thankful.
And people thankful for you too for doing that.
Wow, for sure.
What you got people through doing that.
For sure.
That's crazy. That's really dope, man. Just another dope thing by T.G.I.F.
Thank you, bro.
That you did. But it didn't end there.
Nah.
When the pandemic was over.
Yeah, as soon as indoor dining, opened, struck up a deal with Wellingtons, and we moved Wind Down Wednesday outside, man.
Crazy.
Yeah.
How did that start? How did the first?
It was funny because when I first I went indoor dining opened, and I went to a restaurant that I liked eating at in general. I was like, I just wanted to eat lunch. So I went there. We ended up talking to the GM, and they were like, so this wine down, like, I was talking about doing a brunch there. I was talking about doing like a Sunday brunch kind of thing there. And they were like, well, you do wine down Wednesday, right? And I'm like,
they noticed that?
Yeah.
That's dope.
I was like, and they were like, you were talking about, you know, because I had been going there a couple weeks. They were like, so the wine down Wednesday thing do you think you could do that here? I'm like, yeah. They were like, you think you could have this place like booked up? I was like, you must not know who I am for real. Because at a limited capacity at that time, you had to do limited capacity. You had to have seats. People had to wear masks if they weren't eating, blah, 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 blah. I was like, the limited capacity for this room is like 75 people. I can do 75 people in my sleep. And so we did 75 people every week.
Wow.
From October all the way up through May.
That's dope.
Yeah.
That's dope. Helped them out a lot.
Yep.
And another dope thing for the city.
Absolutely.
Just to see that go from an online thing to a in-person thing, that's crazy.
Yeah, it was beautiful, bro.
That's crazy.
People got dressed up, like people celebrated milestones, celebrated their birthdays, jobs, law school, all sorts of stuff. It was beautiful, bro.
That's dope, man. Salute on that. Salute on that.
Thank you.
You could bounce around and stuff like that.
Of course.
Upstate music scene.
Yeah.
What's your thoughts on it? It could be good, bad. Like, how do you?
My thoughts are always positive.
Word.
My thoughts are always positive on the music scene, especially now in the streaming era. The gatekeepers are gone, bro. Like, you could break through if you got the time, the talent, and the dedication, bro. Time, talent, dedication. Because all you got to do is get enough people to hear it. So get enough people to see it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, there are people around here with Neighborhood Nick.
Bro.
He has 10 million plays on a record. One, he's not even one of the people that's talked about in the music scene like that. He has 10 million plays on his record. On Spotify.
Yep.
Couple billion on YouTube, here and there, like.
Yep. NHL commercials, all types.
Yeah, do your thing, Nick. Like, so it's like, it's so much opportunity.
Like, in your opinion, like a tangible piece of advice.
A tangible piece of advice
to the upstate scene.
Obviously, record your music, upload it on DistroKid, and then promote your songs, because you don't have to sell mixtapes out the trunk. If you can get it on a playlist, you can get some money on you. Like, you get the royalty checks or whatever. Like, streams pay. If you get people to listen to this song XYZ amount of times, you get paid this amount of money. Like, it's laid out for you. And so, while Rihanna, Drake, Cardi B, and all of them might be getting millions of plays, you getting 100,000 plays is a decent sized check on top of what you're doing. Like, I want to say like $300-$400. Let's say you get 100,000 plays, you get $300-$400. If I could get XYZ amount of people to listen to my song a day, I could generate this amount of money. And just keep doing that. How many likes can you get on a photo? If you get 500 likes on a photo, you get 500 people to press play on a song. Every time. Link in the bio for this song, but it don't gotta be like shameless promotion all the time. It could be engaging promotion. Yo, oh, I was out at such and such, woo, woo, woo. But make sure you got your stuff readily available for people. My link is in my bio right now for Hype Fest tickets. So even when I'm not posting about Hype Fest, there's a chance that whatever I'm doing could redirect back there. So I would say, yo. Also, artists, this is the most tangible advice that I can give you. Be outside. Be outside. The DJ's not playing your records if you're not going to DJ's parties. Why? You're not going to be there. I'm not playing it on the radio. Like radio DJs, if you don't, oh, I don't listen to the radio. So why you want the DJ to play your stuff on the radio?
Mm-hmm.
Show love to the radio DJs.
Mm-hmm.
Show love to the club DJs. Be outside for real. Like
Yeah.
your song is gonna get played if you at the stuff. If people rock with you.
Yeah.
But if you in the basement all the time recording, that's cool. Work on your craft.
Mm.
But don't be like, oh, they don't support. You don't support. It's a two-way street, bro.
Do you think the DJ still has the influence with these playlists that comes out and like you have
The DJs
just a
have
curator that
influence.
puts it together?
Right, the DJs have influence, but it's not an end-all, be-all. If I don't play your record, it's a whole new way to get on. Like, there's other people that haven't turned on the radio in months. They just go straight to Spotify. They go straight to Apple Music. They go straight to Tidal.
Mm-hmm.
So, I'm obsolete in those spaces. Ain't no DJ playlists on there.
Mm-hmm.
Ain't no radio. Well,
Yep.
you know what I'm saying? But there's another level I'm trying to get to, so I can have a radio show on Apple Music. But that's another conversation. But local DJs aren't on Apple Music. Local DJs aren't on Spotify or Tidal. But you can be on there.
Mm-hmm.
DJs don't have DistroKid. And to be like, oh, my mix is on Tidal. My mix is on Apple Music or Spotify. So you bypass the whole DJ culture and just upload straight to them.
It's crazy, bro. It was
Because
get the
before it
music
was
to
like,
the
oh, if the
DJ.
DJ, before it was get the music to the DJ. If the DJ don't play your song in the club, it ain't really rocking like that. Da, da, da. I know dudes that don't have no club hits, no club records. They don't cater to clubs, and they got hundreds of thousands of plays on Spotify or Tidal. Or they getting to it.
So what's your outlook on this? And this isn't. I'm gonna word this right because we're not downing anybody. But
Nah, not at all.
Pandemic, as far as the whole music industry in the
Yep.
pandemic, 2021.
If that didn't show you that streaming has took over the world,
exactly.
then you sleep. Because artists didn't have to tour.
Mm-hmm.
They just sat back on their streaming money.
So
As
do you
long
think
as the
that
records are
certain
still
artists seem
streaming,
bigger, though?
for sure.
And I'm not, but like our little babies our little Durk.
Because he was
they're the
still
biggest artists
working.
right now,
They
but-
were still working. They were still like, Baby was dropping records.
Mhm.
Baby was dropping a lot of records. He was killing features. And if you dropping records in a pandemic where all we can do is sit in the house and listen to music or watch a video, you gonna win. What else you doing? I'm in the house.
That might have been the most simplest formula that was out there during this pandemic. That if certain artists didn't take advantage of that, like
The Baby was
nobody
killing.
can dance. No,
The
who's
Baby was
dancing?
killing.
There's no clubs, so rap. Like,
That's it.
see how big Griselda got even more during the pandemic?
Right. Because we sitting
He
down
was
listening.
forced.
We sitting down listening. I'm sure the dancing records will come back. And I mean, TikTok done turned that up.
That's the club now, right?
Yeah, TikTok done turned that up. So you're going to get your dancing records. But, like, you have to understand that streaming turned hip-hop into the number one genre of music in the world.
Mm.
Like, it was always number one genre in my heart. It was always number one genre in the streets, to be honest. But, like, people used to bootleg everything. People used to illegally download. People used to pirate, bootleg CDs, this and this and that.
Mm-hmm.
Streaming eliminated so much of that. It's all gone.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's one mixtape store in your city, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And so, everything is on streaming. And so, everybody's legitimized. And that made the streaming, the numbers don't lie.
Yep.
Hip-hop's the number one genre in the world. Because they numbers is high. We consume hip-hop in a large quantity by a large margin. So, pay attention to them streaming algorithms. Pay attention to who's streaming and how they streaming.
Mm.
Make you a little TikTok challenge, because these kids is going crazy on TikTok.
What's your thoughts on TikTok, bro?
I don't have TikTok.
T.G.I.F. doesn't
I
have
do
a
not.
TikTok.
I do not have TikTok.
Are you-
I have
are
one.
you
I don't
scared to
use
get
it.
A million views because you know you will get a million views a day on TikTok.
I
Just
don't
for
know.
your personality,
I don't know.
bro.
I don't know. We'll see.
What?
But I don't have a TikTok. Maybe I'll get into it. But I understand the value of
You
TikTok.
understand the value of
For
it.
sure. I understand how many songs became big hits. Like Spot 'em Got 'em. I only know because of the Junebug song.
Mm-hmm.
And like it's so many hits that Lottery by K-Camp, big hit because of TikTok. That Renegade Dance Challenge. Yeah. And shout out to K-Camp because I'm on record saying K-Camp has never made a whack song. I've said that like mad times. I was like, I like K-Camp. And Lottery and TikTok put him in another. So, like I said, you got to take advantage of what's going on out here. And if you don't, you run the risk of, you know, missing out on a potential bag, market, following, anything. For sure. So I know I'm giving up money not being on TikTok. I know that. So that's how I feel about TikTok.
Okay, no doubt. Mental health. Do you think like this DJing thing, this personality thing, does it? I'm not asking the question. Does it? But how does it affect your mental health? Yeah.
If you're not doing things on your own terms, it can more than negatively affect how you operate in this world, bro. For me, I make sure that I'm doing what I want to do and on the terms that I want to do them because I can't, like, peace is my most important thing. And if I don't have peace of mind, I don't have nothing. So if it affects how my mental is, I don't do it. And I'm in a fortunate enough position to, like, choose what I can do and what I can't do. But for me, like, mental health is, like, priority. Like, that's paramount. I can't even DJ if I'm not in the right headspace. Like,
are you in a meditation?
Not really.
How do you
not formally. Not formally. Okay. I'm not formally into meditation. Like, I'll just, you know, kind of chill, kind of, you know, get the lay of the land when I get somewhere. Try not to get any arguments with my girl before I DJ, like stuff like that, because those things affect my mental space. And if I'm if I'm mad, it'll come out in the set. If I'm feeling some type of way, it'll come out in my set. You know what I mean? If you listening, you be like, "You good, bro?" But it'll come out, and so I try not to, you know, get into anything like that before I DJ. Yeah, and then like, so there's this whole thing between the business of what we're doing and the art of what we're doing, and there's a balance. For sure. And so if you're doing this thing as a business, you got to take business into account. If you're doing this for the art, you got to take the art into account. And so some people are like, well, I want to play this type of music. I understand that, but you also have to know that that takes away this niche of people who can pay you to do something. And as long as you understand that and are at peace with that, cool. Because if I'm not gonna play no house music or techno or pop, like, and I'm gonna just play hip hop, I know there's this section of people that I can't do stuff for. And I'm okay. Like, as long as you okay with that, then cool. But if you like, yo, people only want to hear trap and people only want to hear this and that, and people da 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 da, like, you got to understand the market that you catering to and what you signing up for. If I sign up to do trap music, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna pull up and I'm gonna give you the littest trap set you ever heard, and then I'm gonna go over here and do some Spanish music. I'm gonna go over here and do some techno. Like, I'm a work, and it's just about, you know, knowing what you signed up for and what it is you want to accomplish.
Word. No doubt. I remember I was on Facebook one day.
Yep.
And the whole Facebook timeline was like, free T.G.I.F, free T.G.I.F. Yo,
okay,
bro, I got bail, buddy. Yo, da da da. Like, you had this city in a frenzy.
Yep.
And you were locked up. But what bugged me out was like, why would T.G.I.F
be locked up? Yeah.
Could you break that down for us?
Absolutely. I've been driving without a license since, I don't know, bro, since 2010.
Wow.
And so I had a permit at first, like everybody. And then I just never got my license. And then, like, I probably got my first suspension a long time ago. And so you can't get a license when your license is suspended. Okay. And so I was always driving. And anytime I got pulled over, I would get pulled over for whatever I got pulled over for and get a ticket for that and get a ticket for driving without a license.
Wow, that's a lot
and then I would just not go to court because I'm ripping and running.
Okay.
Yo, man, fuck all that, whatever. I'll pay the fine, this and that. I'm at the point where I got 24 suspensions on my permit. 24 driving infractions on my permit. So probably like 12 things and 12 driving without a license. Because every time I got a ticket for whatever it was and driving without a license, speeding, driving without a license. This failure to signal, driving without a license. And so I got 24 suspensions on my license. And at that point, after 10, it's a felony.
Wow.
After 10, it's a felony. So they pull me over, and they're like, yo, you a nice guy and everything, but we kind of gotta take you to jail.
Wow.
So I had gotten probation from that, because like they were like, yo, you have a warrant and this and that, like you're looking at 30 days of jail time, boom, 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 or 60 days. And I'm like, I'm not doing no days in jail. And so I pled guilty and took a sentence of probation. Mm-hmm. And so while I'm on probation, I get arrested for driving without a license again. It was like a year later, but that's a violation of probation. And you violate felony probation, they can send you to jail mm-hmm. for, like, they can send you to state prison for 1 to 3 years. So this little 60-day thing I was going to go to jail for got super real. And so I had got arrested in Saratoga for driving without a license, and that was a violation of my probation. And the state marshals was in my house at 6 a.m. one day. I woke up. They came up and got me, which is why I was in jail. And they kept me there, remanded me without bail, because they like, this nigga don't go to court. They remanded me without bail until my court date.
So you was in there until your court date? Yeah,
I was in there for, it was like a week. It was like 7 whole days. 7 real days.
Wait, okay.
Like Friday morning till Friday morning.
Alright, so you don't have to share what ended up
happening. No, that's fine.
But
I can.
That's fine. What ended up happening? How did...
So, after the 7 days in jail, the Judge Carter, gave me 30 days to clear 24 suspensions. And if you've ever had suspensions, you have no idea how hard that is. You go to the court, you say, "Hey, I want to clear my suspensions." They give you a court date again. Like, you can clear them right then, but you have to have a court date to pay the fines. Mm-hmm. If you don't show up to that court date, you get another suspension. So I got 24 of them joints. So I got to clear 24 suspensions at $70 a piece, and then get to go to court and pay the fines. So one of the things is, you need a fucking lawyer.
For
like,
sure.
think you just going to traffic court without a lawyer, you gonna spend more money than if you had a lawyer, than the money you spent on a lawyer.
Oh wow.
Because a lot of the stuff, like a lawyer, if they got good relationships, they can get things knocked down to, instead of the felony you was at, you could be a misdemeanor, you could be an infraction, like it could be whatever. Mm-hmm. And so a lot of those things get, like, their secretaries did, like, a lot of the stuff. They, like, knocked it out and whatever. Was like, oh, we sent a letter up to such and such, and we got that taken off. So it was, like, a lot of that kind of stuff. And not knowing that, and not having the resources, I wouldn't have been on probation in the first place if I had a lawyer the first time around. So in those 30 days, I got all of them except one cleared. And it was funny because, I don't know, I might not even talk about that part. But anyway, so it worked out because, like, I got all but one knocked off, and then I had a new judge about that time, and he was like, "Y'all trying to throw him in jail for this?" Like, the recommendation was if he didn't have all of them cleared, like, we send him to state prison. Mm-hmm. And he was like, "Y'all trying to send him to jail for tickets? You need more time to pay these tickets?" I was like, "Yeah." He was like, "Yeah, here's 60 more days to clear this one suspension you got." And I was like, yo, thank you, bro. But like as of right now, I don't have any suspensions. All my fines are paid. I have a legal learner's permit, which will soon be a driver's license.
Nice. Congrats.
Yeah, thank you.
But did the support that the city, because you was in there, so you wasn't able to see it.
Right. No, I saw when I got out.
Bugging, bro.
I saw when I got
Did
out.
it have anything to do with the outcome? Or you just felt good?
Nah, I just felt good. I felt
like,
good, bro. I
Bro,
felt.
it was crazy.
Yeah, I felt good.
Like, it was just
I had people send me
that,
money.
damn,
Yo, shout out to Cushy Sunoco. I'm gonna say that on air. Like, Cushy sent like my ex-girlfriend, but my girlfriend at the time, he sent her like $500.
Wow.
Like, he was like, yo, just
That's dope.
towards the lawyer or whatever. And then when I got out, I was like, yo, where you at? I got the 5 for you. He was like, don't worry about that. Just keep doing what you're doing out here. So I always got like
That's
a different
fire.
type of love for like
That's
Cushy.
fire.
You know what I'm
That's
saying?
fire.
And that's why the only Hype Fest performance that has ever happened ever was Cushy Sunoco.
Feel me? Do good things without one nothing back. Things happen.
Facts.
That's very dope, and that's dope to know.
And that was like, and so since I didn't give you the money, I'll give you something like even better than that. It's the only way I can show my appreciation to you. I said I would never have a performance at Hype Fest.
I heard you say that.
And that was the one that happened.
So if
And that's why it happened.
Why it happened?
Yeah, because he's a solid dude, bro.
Solid. You can't remake that. So nobody
That's a
tried
fact.
to like.
That's a
you
fact.
can't even-
That's a fact.
Oh man.
And the crazy thing is, he would never talk about it. Cushy would never ever talk about it. So I had to, show him that kind of love because he's not the type to be like what he do for people or whatever like that. So shout out to Cushy Sunoco. And Caution is fire. That's my shit.
So, quick question. Random question. Richard Branson, Elon Musk, they both just went to space.
Yup.
Would DJ TGIF ever go to space if they asked? Or if you had the opportunity?
They need a DJ up there. I'm up there. They just gotta cut the check.
Yo, so I mean like this year though, because they just went this week. If
Yeah.
they say, yo, we're going to the space station, da-da-da, we need a DJ, da-da-da, you would go.
Yeah, for sure. I'm out there.
You out there.
First DJ in space. I'm up.
Gotta do it, right?
Doing it.
Got to.
Elon, holla at me.
Mm-hmm.
Jeff Bezos, holla at me. Richard Branson, holla at me. I'm there.
Fire. Last
The
question.
check gotta be amazing though.
Word.
Check
But
gotta be
wait,
amazing.
what if
Yeah.
it's not for a check? What if it's just for the opportunity?
They still gotta pay me.
They gotta pay you?
They got too much money to not pay me. They gotta
Word.
write it off.
It gotta be something.
Yeah, y'all got too much money.
Nah, that's a fact. That's a fact.
Pay me. Yeah. I'm not doing it for the look. I'm not doing
So
nah.
you wouldn't pay because Richard Branson actually has the thing where it's $200,000 a ticket to go on his spaceship.
No.
It starts like at the end of the year. You wouldn't do
No.
that? So you don't have a want to go to space.
Mm-mm.
Okay.
I mean, like I said, if they want to book me to DJ that,
You would go.
people need a little R&R, like little cruise ship. I feel like it's just a big cruise ship.
Type shit. Yep. It's like a.
They need DJs on the cruise ship.
Right. Right.
You need some R&R on the space shuttle to wherever the fuck. Yeah, hire a DJ.
Facts.
Thought about it, like doing it for free.
Nah, fuck that.
I'm not doing it for free, especially for the niggas that
richest
got
people in
all the
world,
money.
Actually, like.
Them
y'all
niggas got all
making for something.
They got all the money in the world. I'm definitely not doing it for them for free.
That's a fact.
I'll DJ at a community center for free for sure. For them, absolutely not.
What do you expect this year's Hype Fest to be like? The outcome. Now I know it's gonna. You can't really
Predict?
What do you expect?
I expect everybody to knock the dust off. We ain't been outside for real in a year and a half.
Jesus facts.
Like the after hour spot you went to don't count. The little bar you went to, the little out of town joint, none of that count. This is the first real outside in a year and a half. So I'm expecting everybody to knock the rust off. I expect some chaotic energy. I expect like, yo, who that? Like, cause it's been a year and a half. It's new people out here.
These are facts.
Like, I'll expect, yo, who this? Yo, word, you been working out during the quarantine. What you been on?
Hopefully.
Slim joint got a little thick.
Uh-huh.
Big joint got a little fit. Shorty that you was on, but she had a man and single now.
Oh man, it's a lot of bags people could get in.
Yo,
the outfits they've been waiting to pull out for a year. Yo, bro, this shit gonna be dope, man.
Shorty you was talking to before quarantine, but now you had to lock in during quarantine, so you wasn't really here and there. Yo, I ain't see. Yo, I lost your number. What if you was talking to a joint, you got her number on paper, and you lost it, and you ain't seen her since before COVID?
The one place you know you guys here.
Hype Fest, she gonna be there.
Really quick, five of the quickest reasons like why people should come out to Hype Fest, and it's I know you're not even trying to convince them.
You miss fun. You miss fun. You miss going out and having fun. Mm-hmm. You miss going out and not standing on the wall, looking at each other, like looking at people with a mean mug. Like, you miss fun. Mm-hmm. Come out, have fun. Mm-hmm. This ain't the type of party where you stand around, you wait for the TikTok part, you do this snap real quick for 10 seconds, and then you go back to being boring. This ain't that. This is fun. Like, you miss fun, and this is fun.
That's a great answer. But we can't leave without talking about this. Just a few weeks ago, you was with the big dog.
Yeah.
50. Nah, I ain't gonna say that.
Yeah, nah, that's the big dog.
Personalities call him 50. It's 50 Cent, guys.
50 Cent, man.
You was with 50. Talk about that. How did that come about? Because you was with him. It ain't just like, you was like, y'all was really vibing. What's the talk? I'm happy for you.
So, thank you. It's an opportunity I got through the club I work with in Saratoga, Gaffney's. And so, shout out to Gaffney's for putting me in that position. They had booked 50 to do a hosting and probably some like liquor sponsorship stuff. Whatever happens on the contract side of the thing ain't my thing. I do the music. Mm-hmm. So he comes, he walks out. I play What Up Gangsta. Woo. Off the rip. That's the type of 50% is in the building. We gonna play this record. Play Polo Rich because I have to. 50 Cent is in the building. You know what I mean? He comes out. They got his champagne there. They got his cognac there. They got all the vibrations.
Vibes is set.
The vibes are set. He's passing out bottles and stuff. Like, he's giving out bottles.
Wow, and this was his birthday.
Wait.
Oh, shit.
So, I'm DJing. Play a couple of B-side joints. I play a couple mixtape 50 records. Just let you know, let you know I'm real about this.
Smart.
So, then his manager comes to me. He's like, "Yo, 50's gonna perform 3 songs."
Wow.
I wasn't even expecting a performance.
Wow.
He said he's gonna do 3 songs. I'm like, okay. He's gonna do Big Rich Town,
yep, guys,
Many Men, and I'm the Man. I'm like, bet. Let's cue these bad boys up. 50 comes to me. You got the 3 songs? I'm like, yeah. First verse, first chorus. That's it. I said, bet. I played a song. Big Rich Town. I played Many Men. Many Men's crazy. Then I played I'm the Man. All 3 songs, they go off crazy. Smooth sailing. He looks at me and goes, "So what we doing?" New York City. Start going crazy because I'm ready.
Wow.
I'm ready. He looked at me and said, "What we doing?" Soon as he said, "What we doing?" after the 3rd song, it mean keep rocking.
Yes. No.
21 questions off the rip. I didn't have to look for it. I already had it queued up. Because I was like, oh, he going to do 3 songs. So then I'm going to just play a 50 Cent medley as he's, going back to the VIP partying or whatever. Like, he's still going to hang around for a little bit. So I'm ready to just keep the 50 vibe going. So he looked at me and said, "So what we doing?" So I played it. And now I'm into a 50 Cent medley, playing songs, scratching and intro. Like, I'm doing what I do. And he's rocking. He's looking at me like, oh, nah, this nigga's going in.
That's hard.
Like, you know what I'm saying? So it was a once-in-a-lifetime experience. I got to tell him how big of a fan I was. I told him I used to have a fake Jacob the Jeweler watch back in the day. That's how much of a 50 Cent fan I was. So I got to, you know, play in front of somebody I idolize, bro.
Right.
Yeah, so.
That's amazing, bro.
Yeah.
That's a real moment, right?
Yeah, for sure.
My head was so busted, like 50 Cent Saratoga. What? Wait, what?
Right.
They didn't even promote it, did they?
Right.
Like,
They did.
They did?
They did.
Oh, okay.
They promoted it in Saratoga circles.
Yep.
I posted it though.
Oh, okay.
I posted it on Facebook, Instagram.
People
I
was
said,
like,
"Look, I'm
what the
DJing
fuck?"
for 50 Cent, bro."
That's different,
They wasn't there.
bro.
I was there, bro. I had the G in the mix. I had the G in the radio mixtapes.
Wow. Yo, TGIF, I just want to thank you, bro.
Yo, thank you for having me, bro.
Dope conversation. Hype Fest coming up. Tell
Yeah,
people,
man.
feel me?
Pipe Fest, July 24th, Albany Capitol Center. We outside, man. We outside. And another RapDillz exclusive. Exclusive.
Exclusive.
Next month, August, I go on tour with H&M.
Wait.
4 cities.
Wait.
4 days, 4 cities.
Wait.
I go on tour with the Marsha P. Johnson Institute and H&M. Their back to school event. I'm going to 4 cities with, you know.
The biggest clothing
Yeah,
store
man.
in the world.
Yeah, man.
Yo,
I'm outside.
We outside.
I'm outside. Stop
Let's
playing with
go,
me, man.
dude.
It's only 20.
What song is We Gonna Make It? What we gonna make it going up against?
That needs to go up against like the Dipset anthem or motherfucking one of them. I really mean it, yeah, shit like
What
that.
you picking?
But
What you picking against We Gonna Make It?
we
Or
gon' make it against.
I Really Mean It.
I really mean it. See, I would go. We gon' make it. I ain't gonna hold you, bro. I ain't gonna hold you, son. Then Benjamin's gonna come and all of the lock shit.
24 Hours to Live. They got joints. I need
They
a
got
ride
some
or die
shit.
chick.
Yo, damn. Just fuck me up with that. That's definitely them.
Wild Out. Like, they got some joints.